You visit a botanical garden and you're fascinated by the different plants. You are wondering about the diversity of plants. So let us check the various features of Kingdom Plantae. Basically, they are living organisms with chlorophyll pigments and are called plants. So first, let us check the structure of a plant cell. All plant cells are eukaryotic cells which have a membrane-bound nucleus. They have membrane-bound cell organelles that perform various specific functions. The cell wall is made up of cellulose, vacuoles and plastids, such as chloroplast, are some of the structural organelles found in plant cells and which are absent in animal cells. Plant kingdom is generally divided into non-flowering and flowering plants. So can you guess which is more primitive in nature? Whether it's a flowering or a non-flowering plant? Kingdom Plantae is classified into algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Let us check their features one by one. Algae are aquatic forms which bear chlorophyll pigments and have a simple structure. Bryophytes are the amphibians of the plant kingdom. Mosses and liverworts are some examples of bryophytes. Pteridophytes are some complex bodies with distinct true roots, stem and leaves. Selaginella and Lycopodium are some examples. Gymnosperms are typically conifers and angiosperms are fruit-bearing plants and flower also. There are different kinds of plants which are insectivorous plants. Venus flytrap and bladderwort are some examples of insectivorous plants. On the other hand, some plants are parasites too. Cuscuta is an example of a parasitic plant. So far, we have learned the components of a plant cell and the different divisions of Kingdom Plantae and the different kinds of plants. Now let us focus on the life cycle of higher plants. Plants exhibit a life cycle that includes both haploid, that is one set of chromosomes N, and diploid, which have two sets of chromosomes. So we denote it as 2N. Multicellular stages, and it is known as alternation of generation. Here, you can say that the generations change their ploidy. The haploid stage, that is the sexual phase, is the gametophytic phase, and it is where the male and female organs develop and produce eggs and sperm through simple mitosis for sexual reproduction. So, the gamete fuses to form zygote, and this diploid stage is the sporophytic phase, that is the asexual phase. And the plant body grows and eventually produces spores through meiosis. So, through the process of meiosis, spores are grown. So, what is the benefit of this kind of alternation? Plants' ability to reproduce sexually and asexually enhances their adaptations to various environments. Mosses and ferns are a few members who exhibit alternation of generations. The Kingdom Animalia comprises of multicellular living organisms which are heterotrophic organisms. Let us look at the structure of a typical animal cell. A typical animal cell is an eukaryotic structure which has a cell membrane. The cell comprises all cell organelles which have specific functions. So you need to note that the cell wall is absent for animal cells. Cell wall is present only in plant cells. So let us now study the general characteristics of members of Kingdom Animalia. The members of Kingdom Animalia are classified into various phyla, and they are phylum Porifera, Cnidaria, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Nematoda, Annelida, Mollusca, Arthropoda, Echinodermata and Chordata. So, how are these classifications done? Is there any criteria? This classification is done based on some criteria related to cells and their nature. The main features which we use to note are the arrangement of cells, the body symmetry, the nature of coelom, and the patterns of the digestive, circulatory or reproductive systems. And basically, the members of Kingdom Animalia depends on plants or other animals for their food. For food digestion, they have an inner cavity. So, animals exhibit a holozoic mode of nutrition, which is characterized by the ingestion and internal processing of liquids or solid food particles. And animals shows locomotion, right? This is one of the fundamental characteristics that distinguishes animals from plants. They have a defined growth pattern and grows from smaller size to larger size. Sexual reproduction is seen in higher animals where male and female gametes fuses to form what? Zygote. That is the first cell of an individual, right? The embryonic development differs with each animal. So let us summarize what we have learned.
Manorama Horizon. Learning made simple.